you're a dog owner, you know that tummy troubles and diarrhea will eventually happen. It's not a matter of if, but when. So it's best to be prepared. And in today's video, I will share the top natural remedies to soothe your dog's upset stomach and get their digestive system back on track. Let's start with the most common reasons why your dog might be experiencing an upset stomach. Most tummy troubles in dogs are caused by dietary indiscretion. Simply put, your dog ate something it shouldn't have. Dogs love to do this, and I know firsthand Benji is notorious for finding food of questionable freshness during our walks and gobbling it up before I can even stop him. Another frequent cause is a sudden change in diet. This is particularly common in dogs fed the same food for a prolonged time, and in some cases it can lead to developing an intolerance. They might seem fine for a long time and then suddenly start reacting badly to it. So then when you make a switch from their regular food, their tummies might struggle to digest the new one. The solution? Offer your dog various proteins, fruits and vegetables every day to keep their microbiome diverse. Even a food topper is better than nothing. Parasites and bacterial infections can also cause tummy issues. If you suspect this, ask your vet to run tests to identify the specific parasite or bacteria instead of just prescribing a general dewormer or medication. Diarrhea can also result from underlying health issues like irritable bowel syndrome or IBS, kidney disease, cancer, or pancreatitis. I won't cover these in detail today, but they are important to keep in mind. Stress is another factor. Just like us, dogs can get upset stomachs when they're stressed. Changes in routine, loud noises, or even environment can all trigger stress-related diarrhea. Now that we know what can cause diarrhea in your dog, let's go over what you can do to help. First, assess the situation to determine whether you can manage it at home or call the vet. Ask yourself, how long has this been going on? Was it a one-off incident or persistent diarrhea lasting more than 24 hours? What might have caused it? Did your dog eat something from the rubbish bin or drink from a puddle? How is your dog feeling? Is it active and eating and drinking normally, or has it become lethargic and refusing food and water? How old is your dog? Puppies and senior dogs are at higher risk of dehydration and complications from diarrhea, so ideally they should be evaluated by a vet. Is there any blood or mucus in the stool? How frequent and large are these stools? Is your dog straining a lot? Are there other symptoms like vomiting, fever, or pain? The more information you gather, the easier it will be to evaluate the situation. When you call your vet with these details, they can advise whether a checkup is necessary or if you can manage it without a visit. If it's not an emergency, here's what you can do at home. The usual advice is to stop feeding your dog for 24 hours to let their intestines rest and regenerate. However, remember to always provide fresh water to prevent dehydration. While fasting can be helpful, I understand the thought of starving your dog just doesn't sit right with everyone. So what I can recommend to do instead is to give them bone broth. It's gentle on the stomach, low in calories, and contains nutrients and electrolytes that can help replenish those lost during diarrhea. After the fasting period, many recommend a bland diet. However, the typical chicken and rice with a bit of pumpkin puree isn't ideal. Chicken, while easy to digest, is a common allergen, so if your dog has a chicken allergy or intolerance, you will only make the matter worse. Commercially farmed chicken is also high in omega-6 fatty acids, which are pro-inflammatory, so not ideal. Rice, although it absorbs water from the bowels, is high in starch and can feed bad bacteria, causing more inflammation, which we want to avoid. Pumpkin is usually fine, but there are better options. So, what should you feed? The meal should be high in moisture, gentle on the gut, and provide fiber to bulk up the stool and replenish lost electrolytes. Instead of boiled chicken, use boiled fish like cod, pollock or whitefish. Not only will you provide your pup with easily digestible animal protein, but you will also ensure they get plenty of omega-3 fatty acids, which are anti-inflammatory. For fiber, pumpkin is okay, but courgette, butternut squash and psyllium husk are better options. Sweet potatoes can also be used, but make sure to boil them for at least 30 minutes to lower their glycemic index. Mix the vegetables and meat in a 50-50 ratio. You can also add prebiotics to restore natural gut bacteria, either as supplements or from natural sources like fermented milk. Gelatin from homemade bone broth can help reduce inflammation and replenish electrolytes, so it's always a good addition to a meal. Products with attapulgite clay can bind toxins and reduce fluid loss from diarrhea. Slippery elm can reduce GI inflammation and slow down the GI tract. Herbs like fennel, chamomile and peppermint can also be beneficial. I hope these tips help you manage your dog's tummy troubles effectively. Remember to always supervise your dog, keep them hydrated and consult your vet if you have any concerns. Thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe.